He's like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love,
love. Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. This is my review for Braxton Family Values meets Iyanla Fix My Life, Season 6, Episode 16. You know, have a drink, get some cheese and crackers. You know what I'm saying? It ain't going to be a long one, but I can't guarantee you that I won't be going off for a whole little bit of a minute. I can't. So I want y'all to just get prepared, okay? Be prepared. My whole voice is feeling kind of funny today, so, you know, I can't get that high up in the octaves today. But yeah, if you have not done so already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel. And do not forget, to become a whole J-Bird. Hey, J-Birds. Hey, J-Birds. And all that goodness. You know, I love my J-Birds. So come on and be an active J-Bird with us. You know, like the video, comment down below, you know, share the video, all that goodness. And then also do not forget to hit the notification bell. I know I look barefaced and I ain't got no lipstick on, but I do. I didn't want a red lip to interfere with what I have to say about Miss Tamar today. So I am wearing lipstick. It just happens to be the same color as my lips. It's the Fenty Beauty Rihanna color Uncuffed. So it's almost the same color as my lips, but it's a little bit of a difference. You can see it better in the picture, but yeah. Anyway, just had to get that out because I'm like, I look real barefaced, but these are, you know, it's a whole little color. It will be included in my lipstick haul that I will be doing Saturday on here. So you know, it's day 2. Was it day 2 at that point in time? Yeah, it was day 2. And we see Iyanla leaving, okay, and we see Tamar leaving. And I feel like Tamar wanted to leave just because Iyanla left, okay? But I'm like, Tamar left as if she did not just get there. Bullshit, if you ask me. So Trina, like everybody else is in the house. Well, Tony ain't there, so I don't know what the hell Tony is. But Tony always missing a little bit. So we see Trina say to Mama Braxton, this is what I mean. Tony and Tamar always come late. And then they want to leave early. And then me, Tawanza, and Tracy have to pick up the bull crap in between and shoot more because they don't be here. And I thought to myself, and I said, we do see a lot of things with Trina and Tracy and Tamar. I mean, Trina, Tracy, and Tawanda. And I always felt like, well, maybe they just hang out a lot. I'm like, oh, that's why they do that, because Tony and Tamar don't be showing up. So if you kind of just think back to the, you know, prior seasons, other episodes, we do see them a lot, and they usually are the first ones there, and they were always singing that song, how Tony and Tamar was always late. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? It makes sense now. Molly bring up how, well, I'm surprised that Iyanla walked off, you know what I'm saying? Because I just felt like it could have been handled better. How, Mama Evelyn? How? You know, Iyanla did what anybody else does. When you have an appointment with somebody and they don't show up, you leave. When someone shows up over 2 hours late for something, if they get there and they not, you know, apologetic and they acting as if they didn't do nothing wrong, you leave. First of all, I don't wait 2 hours, okay, at all. That's why I love my hairstylist, because she never has me waiting. Like, I can get in and get out within an hour. Done. Okay, so for Mama Braxton to say, well, I can't, you know, could have been handled differently. No, it could not, because Tamar does the same thing to everybody. And what Miss Iyanla did was she showed their ass some consequences. Okay, y'all made me be around here waiting all day. Okay, it was supposed to be at 1:30. It's now like 4:30. Okay, that's a whole 3 hours later. No, I gotta go. And Iyanla, like, you know, my whole spirit is vexed because she was mad. And Iyanla, she's regular. She's a human being too, so it was what it was. So I want to bring up to all of them, we need to take ownership of what we have allowed to occur. Okay, we have allowed these things to happen. We have allowed these kind of situations, and you know what I'm saying, we made people feel like their business is more important than ours. Meaning every time Tamar and Tony late. Every time Tamar and Tony don't show up, we make excuse like, okay, it's okay if they don't do that because they have important things to do. Well, no, bitch, my time is important too, because time is money. Okay, all day, every day. So now we see it's day 3. Okay, uno, dos, tres. Day 3. Tony brings up how she know that Iyanla is very opinionated, you know what I'm saying, which can cause other people personalities to, you know what I'm saying, get vexed or get, or to react or whatever. See, excuses, you know what I'm saying? She's like, I feel like what she's saying people won't want to hear. Well, that's the reason y'all are there, because y'all don't want to hear shit. What's my thing? That y'all should hear. Okay, so you need to get over that. She brings up how, that's why I feel like what occurred because, I'm saying, of her opinions or whatever. Girl, whatever. We see Tamar saying how, I'm saying, people think me and my sisters need to always get along, and that's not true. That's true. You don't always get along with your family or siblings. The problem is, it's not even about y'all not getting along. Y'all be beefing for no goddamn reason, and y'all on a whole TV show, and y'all be beefing all the time. I'm like, it gets stupid and it gets action, and y'all just not talking to each other. And you can just need to acknowledge that, Tamar, and just shut the hell up sometimes. But we see Tamar come in, and she's dressed in army fatigues and combat boots. Okay, she looks like a goddamn extra from Major Payne. Okay, a whole extra from a movie in the 90s is what she looked like. I'm like, girl, is you dressed for war? Are you dressed for war, Tamar? Yes, she was. So Iyanla walk in as Tamar is like drawing on eyeliner on Trina, because she told Trina her eyebrows are messed up. No, her eyelashes look dumb, and she like take her eyelashes off and she's drawing on. I'm like, girl, it's too much. Anyway, she says, I realize that what they do is, they'll get mad about something, have a big fight about something or whatever, and they don't know how to have that situation, recover from it, and move on. And so that's what we're gonna try to do today. So she comes in, so like, y'all usually have things happen, y'all won't discuss it, but we ain't gonna do that today. We're gonna discuss what happened yesterday. So she said, I'm gonna start with the oldest, start with Tony. How did you contribute to yesterday's situation? She said, well, I don't know how, I don't really know what happened. I just heard some things. And that's what Tony always say. Tony always say, I don't know what happened. I just heard from so-and-so to so-and-so. She ain't never there for nothing, okay? But she say, I just heard that, people wasn't there. Well, you wasn't there either, on time. And, I heard there was like some production issues. And she said, well, no, that's not what happened. She was like, the call time was 11. She's like, yeah, it was. And she's like, and then it got pushed to 1:30, right? She's like, yeah. She's like, so your call, she said 1:30, right? And she said, yeah. She said, well, what time did you get here? Oh, I came at 1:45. So 1:45. So you wasn't here at 1:30, right? She's like, no. She's like, that's how you contributed to the situation. You did not come on the agreed upon time. You came late. Yes. So she didn't go too hard at Tony. Leave it at that, but she also didn't do that because Tony did not, come hard back. Now here we go with Tamar. This is where Tamar made my blood boil to the point to where I felt myself wanting to like smack my television, and I don't want to do that because I don't want to break my goddamn on television. So she asked Tamar, well, how, what happened with you? How did you contribute to yesterday? So Tamar said, you know what? I feel like I saw, a whole hypocrite situation. You know what I'm saying? You was all on my mama about, making sure to commit to not want to leave. You know what I'm saying? Don't leave. But then you were the first one to leave. Okay, and I felt like that's hypocritical. And I also felt singled out and disrespected. And the whole time, I'm like, and she had, Tamar, she's all attitude, hair roll, I'm saying? She's all extra. She's being extra, as she does to get attention as we come to find out. So, Iyanla say, no, I didn't leave like you're saying. She said, we had an agreement, the commitment was broken, you know what I'm saying? And when the commitment is broken, our bets are off, okay? And I agree with what Iyanla was saying. She's like, it wasn't as if we were in the middle of the process and I got up and I left. Y'all couldn't even get here on time to start the process. And y'all were disrespecting my time. And so once y'all felt like it was y'all turn to come over 2 hours late, I was ready to go. Okay, because I'm not for the bullshit. And so she said, what time was on your call sheet, Tamar? 1:30. Okay, and what time did you get here? I don't even know. And it showed she got there at 3:45, so 2 hours and 15 minutes later than when she was supposed to be there. And what was kind of stupid as hell, or just rude, was when she said, "I don't know," meaning you knew you weren't there on time, and you was basically saying, "I don't know what time I got there," because I didn't care. Which is why Iyanla left. So she then said, I had all the what time I got there, you know what I'm saying? But you didn't even give me a chance to speak. You have not given me a chance to speak my piece. You know what I'm saying? Telling me my behavior diminishes my message. Who says that? What's that? She said, well, you were 2 hours late. You know what I'm saying? So how did you contribute to yesterday's situation? Well, you know what I'm saying? I made a commitment to be here. She's like, no. You made a commitment to be here at a certain time. No. I made a commitment to be here, period. Meaning, I don't have to be here when y'all tell me to be here. I get here when I get here. Is what she meant by that. And that's why people say Tamar is rude and nasty. It pissed me off, okay? And then she said in her little confessional, Iyanla left yesterday and she came back with a whole agenda. She not fooling me, you know what I'm saying? She being extra, we all about it. And so, it pissed me off because I'm like, y'all brought her on the show, for one. Two, you acknowledge that you were told to be there at 1:30. So if you were saying that you were told your call sheet said 1:30, how is it production's fault that you didn't get there until 3:45? Right. It's on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So her and Iyanla, it's like Tamar has this whole, even though I'm calm, cool and collected, because it's 12:30 at night and I'm tired. The whole time she was rude, she was nasty with it. Her whole demeanor, her whole disposition, her aura was rude, nasty, bitchy, trashy to Iyanla. It was a whole bunch of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Iyanla said to look, what did she tell them? Oh yeah, if you are not present when you're supposed to be here, that doesn't work for me. Okay, that does not work for me. And we all adult women, and there's no reason that y'all should not be here when y'all supposed to be here. So she then says, this is the reason there are issues and breakdown between y'all, because no one showed y'all any consequences. When I left, that was me showing y'all consequences. Y'all did not get here when y'all were supposed to, and the consequence of that was me leaving. Okay, because y'all did not respect my time. But I told y'all I will come back tomorrow. If y'all want to continue, I will be here at the appropriate time. I didn't leave as in I'm done. I left because y'all was pussyfooting around. Whatever. So as she's talking, the whole time she's talking, Tamar is making face after face after face after face. Being extra, being petty, okay? Being Tamar. It is what it is. Iyanla then says to Tracy, when she chose not to walk out, when she chose not to, boycott or not film, when she chose to do that with her sisters, but then did not communicate that she was going to film anyway, that was her not communicating the right way. Tracy then says that's not true. I did tell them that. As Tracy trying to talk, Tamar lies. And then it was rude. It was rude because it was just rude. Now it's beef. So now you got Tracy saying, you gonna respect me. You not gonna come at me like that. You got Tamar, a whole thing. You have Tawanda like, Tamar, calm down. Like, let Tracy talk. It was a whole thing to where Tamar was being, and it's so sad that I have to say things like Tamar was being Tamar. Extra and rude for no goddamn reason. Like, and I feel like I'm so calm because I don't give a fuck no more about Tamar. And I feel like that because seeing Tamar on this part of the show, on this part 2 of it, you see who Tamar is. You can see why Tamar was fired from the real. You see what people have been saying about her. Because my thing is, I can imagine her acting like this when someone else is telling her about herself. Okay? And I'm like, you can see now the reason why it may have taken her so long to even become famous in the aspect that she is now. Because Tamar is a spoiled ass brat. spoiled as hell, and she don't care. That's the sad part. Okay, so Tracy hot. Baby, Tracy hot. Oh, she's so hot. You gonna respect me. I'm like, okay. So you have Iyanla calming Tracy down. You got, Tamar being calmed down on the other side. Iyanla then says to Tracy, you're being disrespectful now at how you're talking to Tamar. So I'm going to tell you what to say. Okay? She says, this is a better way to let her know what you will allow. This is a better way to give her boundaries. Say, Tamar, I'm sorry for making you believe that you can talk to me like that. I'm revoking that privilege. Okay? You will respect me. Okay, y'all need boundaries. So the whole time Tamar's sitting there, Tamar being extra, read all the fuck about it. Okay. Iyanla then asked, because Tamar, I can't believe this. All that. Okay. Iyanla then said to Mama Braxton, do you know what Tamar's pain is? Because, I'm saying, the only reason someone would consistently behave in this manner, and that she's saying that, Tamar was like, you gonna stop calling me names? And everybody I'm like, who the fuck is she talking to? Like, who called her name? Like, did they cut out something we didn't see? What's going on? Because I'm like, who? No one called her name. Iyanla, the only reason someone would consistently behave in this manner, and she could not finish that statement. Okay, and he gonna tell, I can't do it. And she got her finger in Iyanla's face. It was stupid, petty, disrespectful, and it was Tamar-ish, okay? And again, I don't like, who called you a name? I didn't call you no name, Miss Tamar. I did not do that, Miss Tamar. What are you talking about, okay? What's going on? And then, because she don't have a behavior problem. I'm like, bitch, first of all, this say you. Stop saying she, okay? We don't want to do that. Anyway, Iyanla say, you know what I'm saying? Your finger in my face isn't gonna work for me, Miss Tamar, and you calling me names won't work for me. And again, I'm like, what name did she call you, Tamar? She got a behavior problem. Behavior problem. She's like, I didn't say behavior problem. That's not what I said. What does that even mean? What does it mean? I'm like, again, and she being so extra nasty, snarky. She being her mama. She being Miss Evelyn. Okay, and I mean young Miss Evelyn. I can imagine how snappy Miss Evelyn is now. How she was snappy when she was younger. Tamar is the personification of her mama times 10. Okay, she absolutely is. Because again, everyone's looking at her like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" Like, she didn't call you no names. And then she said, you know what, Tamar? I did not call you a name, but you are disruptive, you are abusive, you are violent. No one can say anything to you. Oh, I'm violent? Oh, all this extraness. And I'm like, it's to the point to where Tamar extras used to be entertaining. It used to be funny. Oh, she's so extra. Haha. Girl. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff. And now I'm like, it's pathetic. Because you are a 40-year-old woman. And you are not even being extra for the right reasons. Like, if you're going to check a bitch for the right reason, check a bitch because she did call you a name. Like, she didn't call you anything, girl. And you just look disrespectful talking to her. Like, because it was just so rude. Like, I don't even have the energy to call it but what it is. Like, this some whole other bullshit, okay? So when Iyanla said to her, like, you being disruptive, abusive, and violent, and you are condescending and hypocritical, you know what I'm saying? I have the right to detest your experience about me. No, bitch, you don't. Because you're giving her exactly what she's explaining, that what she's saying is what you're doing. You are being disruptive, you are being abusive, and you are being violent in how you are talking to people who are trying to help your bald-headed ass, okay? It pissed me off. At this point in time, she yelling, you don't let me talk. You talk over people, yelling and yelling. I'm like, again, I don't have the energy to even be a petty bitch and imitate Tamar. I can't. The fact that you up here yelling, snapping your neck, snapping your fingers, saying how Iyanla always talks over people is bullshit. Okay, it's bullshit. So you haven't even had a conversation with me. She's trying to, bitch, but you keep cutting her the fuck off every time you hear up your muppet ass head a goddamn name, bitch. Tamar pissed me off. Like, she pissed me off to the highest point of motherfucking festivity, because I'm like, what are you mad for, ma? What do you don't even know this lady? Like, she did Iyanla not even really being Iyanla, how she can be. Like, she not gutter typing her. She not doing that. She was not. It was a bunch of bullshit on Tamar's part. Okay, as Tamar is being Tamar, being the victim, I can't believe this. She called me this. She said, and they like, Tamar, girl, what you stop? You're like, you being rude. They're saying to Tamar, you're being rude. We cannot believe you're doing it, because again, it came out the blue. Iyanla saying to everyone else, as Tamar's having a little victim fit, this is because everyone has allowed her to do this. Everyone has allowed her to do this. So now when anyone challenges what she does, it's a problem. And y'all have allowed her to be this way, and that's why she is this bad. And it's true. It's absolutely fucking true. Daddy Braxton then says how Tamar has always been this way, and it's because he felt like he was so passive when they were younger, because he was she would be this way to the sisters and have all these antics, and she would not allow anyone to have any kind of rebuttal. He then says if they did go back at her, they would get in trouble. They would get punished. I'm like, bitch, what? So that's again. So all the things the sisters have said, like, she's always been this bad. Like, they've always allowed her to be this bad, and it's just going on for so long that she just is getting worse and worse and worse as she's getting older. And he was basically backing up what they were saying about, yeah, she did do this when she was younger, and if the sisters, said something back to her, they would get in trouble. And that's what it is now. And I say, bitch, it's some bullshit. Iyanla bring us like, well, did you do that because you weren't there for them? So that could be where her hurt comes from. Meaning Tamar. Now Tamar quiet. Oh, now she a whole goddamn church mouth. Now she don't want to say nothing. And she said, ask her if that's the reason. So he's like, Tamar is the reason because I wasn't around or whatever. And you never were. You were never around. You were gone all day. You would leave the house at 6 a.m. and not come back until 12 o'clock at night, 12 a.m. You were gone all day. And so you were never there. You were never there. You were never there. And then Iyanla said, well, where are your sisters? Oh, they had moved out the house. They were gone. And she says, so, maybe she feel like y'all all left her. Because as she just said, y'all were all out the house. Trina was like, me and Tamar are only 2 years apart. So I don't, agree with that, because it wasn't like that. Like, that's not true. She's like, it's not about it being true for you. It's about her experience. She may have felt like y'all all left her alone because y'all all left the house and she was the only one there. Even if y'all only been gone a month, she still felt like she was left there. Girl, bye. She asked them to listen to Tamar's experience as far as her feeling alone. Daddy always gone, mama up and she mad because daddy gone, and all my sisters gone, and I'm the only one left up in this house. They all left me here alone. Tracy said, you know what, I get it. Tamar's angry. Tamar has always been angry because she felt left out in the same way I felt left out when they all signed a contract without me. So now I finally get what she's felt over all these years. Now she a victim. She didn't act a plum goddamn fool for 20 goddamn minutes on the show and going off for no reason, being extra and being rude. I'm like, the way she treated Iyanla. And how when Iyanla kind of had her back, like, this is why she's angry. This is why she's upset. This is it. And Tamar, for a split second, was open to it, okay? Iyanla then says, Tamar acts this way because of her pain, okay? That's why she does it. Because when she grew up, she never felt seen. She never felt heard because y'all all left her. You know what I'm saying? She wanted to be seen. Girl, you and these names. Why you keep calling me names? And like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, what? So Iyanla was like, wait, what? What are you talking about? So now I want to be seen? Yes, bitch, you do. Right now. As you act a fucking fool with a bald head and army fatigues. Yes, you want to be seen, Tamar. Yes, you do. All day, every day. 24/7, you want to be seen, okay? She is upset. I want to be seen. You know what I'm saying? Who talks to me like that? No one. Who does that? You know what I'm saying? You need to watch your mouth, sis. Like, I'm not your sister. I'm not your sister. She's like, I'm 2 years younger than your mama. I'm not your sister. Again, the fact that she said, who talks to me like this? When all she said was, Tamar's hurt and has felt like she was never seen. And so she does things to be seen now. And it's the fucking truth. And Tamar knows it's the truth. So again, the fact that she took her bald-headed ass to act as if someone's... And she, first of all, don't understand what it means to be called a name. Name is bitch, hoe, tramp, you dumb fuck. Those are names you can call Tamar. Saying she wants to be seen is not calling you a name. Saying the behavior that you exude is not calling you a name. It's stating facts of how you're acting. Okay, that's how you're acting, Tamar. She didn't call you name the whole time. It made me mad. You know what I'm saying? And then when Iyanla's like, I have underwear older than you. I hope not. I'm like, nah, she dirty. Bitch, bye. Girl, I just can't take it. You know, Iyanla then asked her, she's like, I just don't get how you acting like me. This Tamar says to Iyanla, you acting like me. How you gonna advise me when you act like me? Bitch, she don't act nothing like you. And I'm a Tamartian. I am a Tamar fucking fan. And she pissed me off. I want to go delete all the goddamn albums off my title thing. I'm like, bitch, is you serious here? Girl. Iyanla asked her, Miss Tamar, do you want to do this? Do you? Bitch. Oh. It made me look at Tamar in a completely different light. And it reminded me when, I think it was Alex who said, you know what I'm saying, sometimes you don't want to see your favorite singers or actors on their reality show because it shows you who they are. And had I seen this Tamar before she did Love and War and she was this mean and this nasty and this is vile or whatever, I would say, I don't like that bitch. I don't like her. I can't do her. This person, I'm like, you too old to act like that. Like, you too old and had too much money to be that fucking rude to people for no reason. Like, and it's like, it was a bunch of bullshit. At this point, Mama Braxton said, hold up, Tamar, okay? You need to respect Miss Iyanla. You gonna respect your elders. But what about, shut up, Tamar. Don't say nothing. Say one more word and I got you. And I said, I wanted Tamar to say one more syllable. And I was praying and hoping Mama Evelyn smacks her ass on camera. But she sucked in her teeth and she do not say a goddamn word. But I feel like Mama each have done that to Tamar 6 seasons ago. Okay? Snatched her ass up real quick and got her ass together. It was a weird thing of, you were able to call her out and say, calm your ass down and be respectful. But why haven't you done that any time before? Y'all have always allowed Tamar to be extra, but I am happy that in this moment, Miss Evelyn saw Tamar was being completely out of line, completely disrespectful to Iyanla for no reason. Iyanla had not done shit wrong. Nothing. It was a bunch of bullshit. Okay. Tamar then said, I need a minute, and she walks out and goes sit in her car. I need some time to sit in my air conditioning car or whatever. So we then see they kind of fill that in with filler footage from her having conversations with Tracy, Trina, and Tawanda. So she's asking Tracy, what was the breakdown between you and the sisters in this whole contract thing? So she brings up, we were all talking or whatever, and you know what I'm saying, they're all mad at me because I went ahead and kept filming, you know what I'm saying? But for me, you can't stop in the middle of working and ask for more money. I mean, you can, it just depends if you're gonna get it. But she said, if we don't film, we don't get paid, and I have to make money, so I went back to work. So when she then talked to Trina and Tawanda, they said Tamar was the first one to mention they should stop working in order to get more money. I said, well, that was your first inclination that you should not have listened to her ass anyway. Anyway, they said, and we all agreed to not film. Tracy agreed to not film and then went and filmed and they didn't know. So again, we still don't know the whole thing of that part they didn't really get to. Okay, they didn't really get too much of if she told them she was going to film. We didn't get to that part. However, when they said Tracy went ahead and filmed, she didn't tell us. Iyanla then said, if Tony can go on film movies and do tour time, if Tamar can go and film a whole other show and do other things, why can't Tracy continue to do the show? Like, why can't she continue to do that? Even if y'all said no, why can't she? Why doesn't she have the same? You know what I'm saying? Why does not the rules apply to her too to do other things? You know, without y'all doing them? And both Tawanda and Trina looked flabbergasted, like they never thought about it like that. And I was like, well, finally, someone said it in that way, and they said, touche. You're right. So y'all were mad at her for doing the same thing that all y'all have done. Y'all all have went and did something without the other sisters. Point blank to the period. But, you know what I'm saying? We get it. We then see her speak with the parents. So Mama and Daddy Braxton. And, you know, she tell like, y'all are the root of these issues. Like, if y'all divorced or whatever, it's the reason they so messed up. And Mama E said, you know, I feel like they really mad at us, not at each other. And because they feel like they can't come at us like that, they go at each other like that. And, you know what I'm saying? That's the kind of bad part. So Iyanla said, look, I just wish they could admit that, hey, we were young, we got together, we fucked things up or whatever, and, you know, just accept our role in that part. I'm happy that she even Mom E feel like the girls are mad at them because of they divorces and stuff like that. So Mom E do admit how, you know, I was young back then, you know what I'm saying, I got married at 17, I was 17, he was 18, we got married or whatever, and then things happen. And then, you know, she said, well, how was y'all, stuff now? She's like, well, you know, for me, my husband died. Like, this man right here, I don't know him. Because my husband died. Like, I don't know who he is, and I don't want to get to know him. You know what I'm saying? I don't love him or whatever. I'm good. And then, you know, he said, well, I do still have feelings for her solely because she's the mother of all my children. So, you know what I'm saying? There's that, you know, I will always care for her in one way or the other. So she tell them, both of them, y'all need to clean up y'all mess between y'all if y'all ever hope for y'all kids to, you know what I'm saying, have any kind of normalcy or something, because, you know, y'all got all the stuff that's kind of mucked up. Mom Issa, you know, I realized coming here that I put my daughters in the middle of my divorce, and I did not realize that at the time because I was so hurt and angry, whatever. I didn't get that I was doing that back then, but I did. So I'm just happy that she admitted that, you know, that she's not even if she don't believe it, even if she said it out loud, even if she felt like, let me say this because they want to hear me say it, I believed her. But I feel like I'm happy she said it. I'm really happy she said it. We then see her talk to Tony on, you know, one-on-one, because again, Tamar outside somewhere doing whatever, and Tony thing, I was not surprised at what Tony said. If anybody is smart enough to, you know, if anyone has watched the show over the past 6 seasons, even before that, I think there was always one thing evident with Tony. Tony was always the sister who made it out, and Tony was always the sister who had to do whatever to make sure her sisters also made it too. So she brings up how she's always just felt the weight of that on her shoulders, because when she got picked to go solo, her parents were like mad at her, and her parents and her siblings. She said, but only Tracy said, you know, well, if you make it out, you know what I'm saying, if you make it, you can help us all make it. So she said, for me, I've been trying to do that all these years, and it's just very tiring to do. And you know what I'm saying, I felt like, you know what I'm saying, that weight of that on me my whole life. Even when we was young, I was about 14, with me being the oldest, and Daddy was at work, and Mama got into a car accident and was in the hospital. I had to be like, you know what I'm saying, the mother figure, whatever. So I've always had this responsibility to take care of them. And she said, I feel like I could have been a bigger star, or I could have did other things and just try other things, had I not been always, you know, thinking about or feeling like I have to bring them with me. And, you know, she's like, so for me, you know, that's like the weight of the world for me. But I'm like, anyone who's known Tony or I've said that for years, that Tony has always felt the need or the pull to pull her family with her. And not that she don't want them to make it, but at the same time, you can't make it off your sister coattails, and you can only expect your sibling to do so much to help you succeed without you doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of sad that she felt that way all the time, but at the same time, girl, you are the Tony Braxton. Fuck them sisters, girl. Fuck them. Grown ass heifers. Anyway, we then see everyone at the table. Okay, and it's called the white table, and it's a table to lay all your stuff on the table and get it all out. And she says it's kind of in respect to a scripture, you know, James 5:16, where it says, therefore confess your sins to each other and pray for each other so you may be healed. And I said, well, that's a good thing to do. I'm gonna have me go to a white table. Maybe not. Anyway, Daddy Braxton confessed that he knows he did not give his kids emotional support. Okay, he says, "I know that I abandoned you." I'm like, "What? That's okay." He also admits that the break, when Iyanla asked him if he would be open to admit this, and he was. He says he also admits that the breakdown between him and Mama E caused the breakdown between the sisters. And I'm like, that's also a big thing to admit. Gotta agree with crazy. It's great. We see Tawanda say how, for her, she don't share her feelings about things sometimes because she feels like if she does, it'll hurt the siblings' feelings or whatever, and it hurts her, or it's a fear of hers to have them hurt. I say, Tawanda, you too old, girl. No, that was you too damn old for that bullshit. And I don't feel like Tawanda always voicing her opinion. So I'm like, was that a pussyfoot ass answer? Like, is that because you've always spoke your mind? So my thing is, if you are holding back, what are you holding back? Girl, bye. Anyway, because she said I would feel hurt or sad at that. I would feel sad if my family was hurt by something I said. Whatever. Trina confessed that she deliberately removed herself from the family because she always felt judged by them. She said, but truthfully, I've judged y'all. And she was crying a little bit or whatever. It was kind of sad. She says, for me, I still feel 12 years old sometimes because mom and daddy still put us between a divorce. And I said, now that's true. You can tell that Trina be feeling, tugged and pulled. But she never wants to say anything negative about her mother. And I feel like it's because she feel like I can't say nothing because mom and daddy always made us like not say nothing because they was beefing. So she's always giving off that vibe of I feel torn. And I'm like, that's sad because she's in her damn 40s. Mama E confessed that she is too involved in their lives as the men adults. That's true. I can say that's probably true. I think her saying that was her way of saying I should have stayed out of Tamar's mess with Vince. I should not have said what I said. I'm too involved in your lives, and even if what I said was true in my own mind or in my own thoughts or whatever, I was too involved and should not have said what I said. That's what I got when she said that she was too involved in her lives. Because truth be told, Tamar was the only person in life that she was always involved in. It was always just Tamar, but whatever. She also said that she was wrong to put them in the middle of her divorce. Glad she admitted it. Tony confessed. She said, I don't like my family most of the time. I love y'all. I don't like y'all. And if we wasn't family, we would not be friends. It's like everybody. All y'all. Sometimes I don't like all of y'all. But I feel like that's a blanket response because at some time, everyone doesn't like somebody. I wouldn't say that I wouldn't be friends with my family because sometimes I don't like my sister. Like once or twice a year, she hurts my nerves. She called me too early in the morning. She wake me up and be like, Jay Lee. I'm like, Veronica, it is Saturday. It is 8 a.m. Why are you calling me? And at that moment, I don't like her. I don't like her that much because she woke me up. But I would never say if we weren't family, I wouldn't like her. Bitch, no. I love my sister. Anyway, so that was different. I was like, girl, Tony, you're on that one. And she do say that it makes her feel sad. If you say so. Tracy, confessed that for her, she feels pain and hurt when she's with her family. You know what I'm saying? And she do admit I can be selfish sometimes and not care about my sister's needs and feelings. I agree with that, but also I don't agree with that. I think in a way that was Tracy's way of also kind of bending a little bit to make sure they still like her a little bit, because I do feel like for the most part Tracy typically cares. I think only when they beefing do she not care. But it's good for her to be able to say she realizes within herself that she sometimes is selfish. Tamar gave a whole thesis paper speech about things. She went and said how I confess I came here and I wanted to, vindicate myself, and be right. And, that's not the way to be. So I confess that, I can be spoiled, obnoxious, emotional, unkind, unfair, and disrespectful. Okay, I can be all those things. We know. And she says, my goal now is to choose to be a better person, daughter, sister, and a friend. And, she crying, but I don't remember if I saw any tears. I told her before, sometimes people don't cry, right? And she's asking like person by person for them to accept her apology. And she gave a speech to each sister, and she was specific to certain things. Even when she talked to Tony and said, "I'm so sorry, for anything I've done to you," and Tony said back, like, sometimes if I've done something, I'm sorry too. Like, sometimes you can feel so hurt by someone, you don't realize that you've also hurt them too. So if I've hurt you, I'm also sorry, and I forgive you. So again, she went person by person. She said out to her daddy, her mama, everybody. She did not say sorry to Iyanla, and that kind of mad. She was real detailed with Tracy and also with Trina, to each sister. And I'll say this, I have two feelings about this. It seemed very heartfelt, even though I kept looking for tears, but her tears could also be the same color as her makeup, so I just may not have seen it. It seemed heartfelt, but at the same time, I feel like she went into the reason I'm conflicted is because the ending of this seemed so positive. She seemed so positive and happy that Iyanla came there and helped them fix some shit. Helped them get some shit on the table. Again, she cried her little heart out. Could barely talk, wasn't breathing. The whole nine. She's also an actress, so I don't know if she was faking it. But my thing is, Trina says with her, like, not Trina, Tracy. Says, our slate is clean. I'm also sorry for, not being there for you. It was a great moment. I cried watching some of it. Because it was very, very sad to see the sisters hearing that from her and them getting emotional. I admit, I cried a couple tears too. Tawana and Trina both say the apology seemed so sincere and heartfelt, unlike other times that Tamar had said sorry. So it's because she was being specific about things she had done to each sister, either not being there or not supportive or not this, not that. Even them saying to her, like, we sorry for not support, all these things. But I feel like seeing how it ended and seeing how much of a positive person you were saying that you wanted to be, and how you were happy you came there, and how your point had changed, why did you then dog Iyanla? Why was you on Twitter dogging her, saying everything more messed up? Why? Did Tamar go in her car and is that when she was on Twitter? When they right after the stuff and she felt like she was whatever? And then once she came back in, she said, before I went out there, I was acting like a little girl, and I don't want to do that anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because I need help. She was all this extraness, and then even she went on Wendy and said, she was gonna reveal me being molested. None of that was on Tamar. Tamar went on a full rant on IG and on Wendy, and none of the shit that she said happened. Iyanla wasn't rude to her. Iyanla wasn't mean to her. You went on this full ass dog on Iyanla spree, and after you watched the episode, it ended so positively. So why would you not have only positive things to say about Iyanla? Because even though in those couple moments you were because you said yourself that you were being a little girl and you don't need to be that way. How you are spoiled, obnoxious, emotional, unkind, unfair, and disrespectful. So my thing is, I feel like, was it bullshit, Tamar? Were you bullshit crying to your sisters? Was it bullshit, bitch? Was it? Or were you a whole ass, bald head ass liar on Twitter and on Wendy Williams? Which one is it, Tamar? I don't know. But I do feel like Tamar hoodwinked and bamboozled and led somebody to fuck her straight. I don't know if it was Iyanla and them. I don't know if it was Wendy. I don't know who the fuck it was, but I do know is watching this show and watching this part and then seeing what she said after everything had wrapped, some don't match. It doesn't. They couldn't cut it and put that together. You said it was positive. You said that you were happy to let all. This show don't need no more seasons. Tamar don't need no more reality shows. Tamar need to go sit down somewhere. She already said she want to make no more music. Don't. Sit the fuck down, because I don't trust Tamar. I don't. How can you watch the ending of this and see how much it impacted her to make her apologize to each person in her family and acknowledge that she's the one that fucked it up, which means Iyanla helped y'all. But you then went on social media for fucking attention, bitch, for attention. That's what she said. You do shit for attention, and then make it seem like, oh, we got into it because she was gonna reveal I was molested. None of that was on the show, and I really believe if that transpired and that was some kind of issue, WeTV would have aired it, because they're not gonna leave nothing on the cutting room floor that's juicy. So you a whole face back alley ass liar, Tamar, and I'm pissed and I'm done. So put your comments at the end, because I did not mean for us to be so long, but I'm done. I cannot take Tamar and her bullshit. Like, bullshit, bitch. Peace.
He's like love, 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 and music.